talked about it yesterday, just that chip on your shoulder. Everyone talking about a neutral AFC Championship game, not even thinking about you guys. How much did that motivate you coming into this?
You better send those refunds.
I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. Back-to-back champs, kings of the north with it. Thinking they can hang with us, still ain't jumped out the porch with it. Long bomb to chase every Sunday, watch him go and get it. Double up on him, then we gon' double down on T. Higgins. Then throw Boyd in the mix, now you really iffy. Every Sunday showing boys how to really gritty. They try to shuffle up the game on us, but they ain't icky. Flip the coin, kick the toe right to the go and get it. Never know what's gonna happen when Joe drop back. He get shiesty in the pocket, I get shiesty on the track. Nobody on the team all pro, that's all cap. Most all around team in the NFL, that's all fact. Ain't came across nobody yet that seem like they can hang with us. They said we couldn't be Buffalo, but see how we call they bluff. Underdogs every week, they keep on trying to label us. Put your money on us, even if Vegas don't favor us. No matter what, we really came up, now it's hard to fail. I dare you come across that middle, Von gon' ring your bell. I know we under they skin, them boys built frail. Eli Apple out there chirping like a next tail. You don't want Salmon Trey to come off them ends. Rita clogging up the middle like a big body Benz. Right behind them Logan and Pratt, the turnover twins. Jesse Bates in the backfield just to clean up the loose ends. We just drafted Cam and drafted Hill. Instant gratification every time that they on the field. We can't go back to what we was, cause that's the loser way. It's been hard to throw on us since we picked up a Woozier. It's like win after win, feel like we could really do it. Zach Taylor doing his thing for the city, I give it to him. And I bet Samaji will find a hole if you give it to him. Hayden Hurst don't need a hole, he just plan on running through him. Just hand it off to 28 and let him do the dash. Getting hit by BJ Hill probably feel like a car crash. Every week it seem like Lou digging deeper in his bag. And if the game on the line, all my faith and money match. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up.
What do we say, dog?
That's right. They got to play us, baby. Welcome to the show. This is Bengals Talk with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'll bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of, you heard it, Orlando fucking Brown. And the back-to-back AFC North champion Cincinnati Bengals. Now, do me a favor. If you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. You guys are awesome. Yesterday's show was over 600 views. I appreciate you guys. But we're up to 2,157 subscribers. I appreciate all of you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, wouldn't be able to do any of this. But if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, why not? 2,157 people have. You should too. So please do so. Please go to Bengals Talk with Strawberry Ice on YouTube channel. Hit the subscription button. Hit the bell for notification. And every time I go live, like if we sign Orlando Brown like I did the other night, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively in the YouTube chat crew, we're doing super chat. So if you got a draft question, a Jonah Williams question, we have the man. We got Jared, the draft guy here. Give me a super chat. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm coming from this glorious place down here, the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. And you know what? I wear them every single day. I got this cool looking hoodie. It's a Jackpot Joey hoodie. I got a Bengals hat right now, but we have hats, we got hoodies, we got flags, we got beer. Beer's delicious. It's award-winning. It's at Brink Brewery. Go check it out. If you want the gear or anything like that, go to jackpotjoey9.com. And remember, portions of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Fund. And I just got to put this out there again. Thank you guys for selling out the first annual Jackpot Joey golf outing. It is sold out. You can come hang out with us. Maybe some spots open. But we're planning on probably doing another one in August. So keep your eye out there for the second annual. It might be 2 in 1 year. Either way, all the proceeds for this go to the Joe Burrow Foundation. Anyway, what's up to everybody in the chat crew? Stranger, as always, you're first. Darth, you're in there. Greg's in there. Crypt Keeper, Kevin, Roflush, Terry, Brandon, Wes, as I think how you say the name, and Brandon's in there. All right. So normally I start the show and I have my co-host, but I guess Dale is still recovering from Bengals and Brews, so we're going to go straight to the draft expert. You got Dale, then you got the draft guy. What's going on, Jared?
Not a whole lot. I'm excited to be here. It's St. Patty's Day. We have Orlando Brown, and we got a bunch of stuff to talk about.
And we got beer. Woo! Let's go.
We got beer. Hell yeah.
Happy Friday, brother. All right, so let's just get the Orlando Brown. Where were you at when you found out the Bengals were signing Orlando effing Brown?
I was on my way to bed.
Most people were.
As exciting as that was.
Most people were.
Yeah, the baby was falling asleep. I checked my phone. I said, honey, they just signed a left tackle. She goes, what does that mean? And I said, it's good. So I'm real excited for Orlando Brown. Just a mountain of a man. Just he's one of my favorite kind of prospects. Just a unique body type, a long, strong dude that can set the edge for you. And I'm super excited that we have him for the next 4 years.
Absolutely. So all this happens, and we're like, oh my goodness, we have Orlando effing Brown. We got Ted Karras, Kappa, Volson. We're going to move Jonah over to right. We're going to have a great offensive line. And then freaking Jonah Williams, after all the stuff I've done to back him up and say he's a okay left tackle, he's average, we're good with him, wants the hell out of here. What do you think we can get for him? Can we get a third? Can we get a second? Where are you at on Jonah?
I think we're looking in the late day 2, early day 3 range. Jonah does have that $12.6 million cap, like fully guaranteed salary, and it's only for 1 year. He also has a pretty extensive injury history, but he does, like, when he plays, he's a good player. So it's one of those things like, where do you think he'd be? Probably somewhere in the middle.
Well, the thing is, like, if he's a
oh no, you froze. Did I freeze? Oh no. What happened? Uh-oh. Let's try to refresh this.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Oh my goodness. Okay, if anybody's still, I lost power at my house. I gotta go. Did we lose power to everything? I think I lost power to everything. No, we didn't lose power. We just lost power downstairs?
Yeah, I have power.
Okay, I lost power downstairs because I'm live on my show on my phone right now. I don't know where Jared went. Daggone it. Yeah, apparently. So bear with me. I have to go turn the fuse on to my house because I lost power. I don't know where Jared went. Oh, Jared left or not? Oh my goodness. This is live TV, people. Holy crap. Oh. Okay. See, this is where Dale should have been on the show with me. He could have kept talking while I'm doing this, but Dale didn't join. Okay. See if I have power. I gotta turn the computer back on. If it's on. I can't see any of your comments right now. You guys just walk around my house with me. I'll try to do this and figure out what the hell happened. I turn my computer back on. Oh my goodness. Oh, we had a really good start to the show. I mean, Jared was rocking and rolling. So was I. And I lost power. Okay. So, where'd Jared go? I guess he left. All right. Well, if you guys could just bear with me for a second. I appreciate it. My computer will boot up here. This is the first time this has ever happened where I lost power at my house. Like during the show, I've lost power here a lot. I don't know why the hell I lost power. I'm like sitting here just talking on the. I was on Bengals and Brews the whole time. Nothing happened. And then, what do you got? Joining the team. Yes, unless gets what he wants. Sorry, I have a hard time seeing this. Yeah, Jonah is a team. Oh, put it this way, look, Jonah has no leg to stand on, to be honest. In my opinion. He's under contract. What happened? I lost power. All of a sudden, all the lights went out. So for me, Jonah should just go and do right tackle and ball out, stay healthy. Like Darth would just add this to start Bookered up. Yeah, this is a messed up reel for sure. Hold on, I'm getting there. I gotta get back on StreamYard here. Hang on. It doesn't want to load. I just don't do that. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Okay. Can I enter? Let's see. Okay. I'm coming into the studio on my computer. Yes, that's me. Okay. Hey! Hold on. There's me.
I never left.
All right, you never left. Okay, there's two of me. Right. Dude, I was like, talking, all of a sudden, all the lights went out and everything went out here. Can you hear me?
Hold on, something's funky.
Oh my goodness. Are you there? Can you hear me? Jared.
I can hear you. You're not real loud.
Okay, hold on. That I can fix that. Hang on a second here.
Can you hear me fine?
I'm on a different mic. Hang on.
Man, this is the worst time for everybody to find me out. I'm not very tech savvy.
Where the hell are you at?
Oh, buddy, that's why my camera.
Dale, come fix this shit, man.
I lost power at my house.
I can barely hear you, Jeff.
Yeah, it sounds like Dale's
There
screaming.
you are.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Do I sound like I'm in a tunnel again?
Yeah, but at least you can hear you.
All right, we'll go with that one because my microphone does not want to
What
work.
a time for a fresh beer.
Oh, I see. Whoa, dude.
Buddy, I was balls deep in my wife. I'm ripping the heater right now. Full disclosure, well earned heater.
Hell yeah.
You're
It's
doing
like
that,
that.
and my shoe just, I lost power. This is the first time that's ever happened in 5 years down here. I lost complete power. I'm going, oh shit. So I jumped off foot real quick. I couldn't see Jared.
You couldn't see me. I was still here. I was yelling profanities at you and everything. I fucking was trying to get you to pay attention to me.
I couldn't see it on my phone. I'm like, I hope Jared's still there. I don't know. I ran to the garage.
It just said backstage. And I was like, I don't want to be at this backstage party. I want to be on the front stage.
Yeah.
I couldn't see you.
I'm happy and sad all at the same time because I just seen Phil Yates, Bengals hosted free agent Foster Moreau.
I saw that right before we started. I was going to.
And I haven't really wanted that guy, but that means if we announce that we hosted him, it means the deal's not made.
Well, they did the same thing with the other guy.
Nick Scott.
Scott, yeah.
Nick Scott, yeah. Two first names fucks me up, man.
Nick Scott, yeah. I want Rap.
If Rap was actually visiting, they haven't announced that yet.
No, he was supposed to come.
So maybe they're going to get a deal done with him. I don't know.
It'd be exciting.
Yeah, that's the two guys. I would love to have Foster Moreau and Taylor Rapp, and I'd be like,
absolutely.
Right, we're in business.
Absolutely set.
Did we get those two? It's over.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I don't even remember where we were at, Jared, when I lost power.
We were talking about Jonah's value.
Jonah's value. Let's go with that. All right, Jonah's value. I tweeted it out, and I said, "Can you get a third?" And so people were like, "No, you're not going to get a third." I'm like, people downgrade Jonah Williams so much. It's ridiculous. Jonah Williams is, I think, and me and Dale talked about this on Bengals and Brews earlier. I try to get a second round for him. And then worst case, you get a third.
It's what I'm asking for. I'm saying, hey, I want a second.
Yeah.
It's left tackle. You can't find him in the NFL.
Exactly. And I think there's enough teams out there that could use just a good left tackle. It's just there's a lot of nuance to it. It's not just so like people need a left tackle, go get a left tackle that only costs $13 million.
Right. And that's the thing. Is like, well, we talked about before. McGlinchey got how much? McGlinchey
$87.5 million for 5 years.
Yeah, he got like
right
$20 million a year.
So that's why I don't understand why the hell he just. I said as long as just go play right tackle, go ball out, and then tell him, hey, you see I can play healthy, blah blah. I want to play left.
And what I was saying earlier is maybe Jonah's not so confident about switching sides. Like it may take him too long to learn how to play right tackle again, and he would lose out on money at that point.
Yeah, well, that's what it was his freshman year at Alabama is the last time he played right tackle, so that's a long time from.
But it's
2016.
He's got plenty of time to learn how to do it. You know, I mean, even Frank Pollard even said that in his press conference today. You know, he's got plenty of time. That
was my first thought too. I tweeted that out. I was like, he's got plenty of runway to learn right tackle, but it looks like he's a little more upset.
Not interested.
He's not willing to do it as easy.
Now, Will, that's a good Jonah in the first round to move up in the first, but that's the thing. If we're still looking for a right tackle, the guys I'd want to move up for would be left tackles, like a Broderick Jones or a Paris Johnson, you know?
I say if you move, we don't need a left tackle now. And just say you want to move up to get a tight end, I wouldn't do that because I think there's a very good chance you get a tight end at 28.
Yeah, exactly.
If they move up, it's for Darnell Wright and Darnell Wright only.
Well, there's some people have mocked at 28.
I still think DeJuan Jones goes before Darnell Wright.
I don't think so. I heard Nate Tice say that he's a top 15 pick, and that's the grade I have on him right now. So I think
still people that have both those guys both those guys at our spot at 28. I mean, they're still saying he could be there.
I'm starting to think those people don't know what they're talking about.
They might not. I don't know.
There is so my big thing with Darnell Wright, there's a big gap in his film evaluation in the run game because Tennessee's scheme was so simple when it came to running the football. Like, there's not a whole lot to glean, and he does lunge when he run blocks because he plays very aggressively. He's trying to get somewhere quickly, and it leads to lunging. But I am not as negative on those aspects of his game. I think if we saw a more versatile run game from him, and it will take time to learn in the NFL, if we saw that from him, he would be a top 10 pick.
Right.
Well, I've been all for Darnell Wright or DeJuan Jones at 28.
Yeah,
I am not trading up for either of those guys.
So, all right, what if you? Somebody put in the chat here. What if you trade up and you go get Mayer?
No, I don't like
trade up for him. So basically, Orlando Brown, and I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I agree that Orlando Brown has just we're not trading up. This actually could be more of a trade back, even if we don't trade Jonah Williams.
I would agree.
Which I always think the Bengals could have traded back anyway before this.
I'll say another name for if we traded up, maybe, and it'd be very risky. But Brian Brzee, because he didn't have the college career, but you see all the talents there, and for good reasons, he didn't have a great year last year with everything going on with his sister dying and everything like that.
I retweeted a mock draft from somebody that had Brzee at 28, and I had told you guys not too long ago that it's a real possibility.
Right. Yeah. Well, I had a mock draft the other day that said, and I said, all right, I'd have to run to the podium for that. I said, who am I fucking kidding? I briskly walked to the fucking podium.
There's still a little bit you got to worry about.
Well, I'm not running anywhere was the main point.
All right, so Ken here, one of my loyal listeners, got a question. Who is going to want an average injury-prone left tackle?
Half the teams in the league right now.
I was going to say a lot of them, I think.
I think now that I've kind of stewed on it for a while, I think there's probably two big contenders, and I would say Tampa Bay because I think they would be able to sign him to a pretty cheap long term because they could guarantee he's starting at left tackle. And then the Colts. But the Colts are super interesting because right now they don't really have the draft capital to trade for Jonah. Like, especially if they're looking at one of the top quarterbacks in the draft. So, like, they only have 1 third-round pick because of their trade for want to say it was Matt Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have a mid third round pick, early second, and obviously the 4th overall pick. So if they're trying to move up, the only thing they have to trade are future first round picks. And for the most part, they'll only be moving up one spot. So it'd be more logical to spend their 2nd round pick. But if they trade for Williams, they won't have a 3rd round pick. And I think they wouldn't start drafting till the 5th round, where they have 3 5th round picks. So the Colts are kind of interesting. I don't know if they would do some shuffling beforehand to try and get him, or if they just sit at 4, and that would be the only path where they would, I feel like, move up or move to take Jonah Williams.
Now, Wes here says Jared doesn't like who I'd like to be the future right tackle for the Bengals, LL Blake Freeland.
I don't like him either, and I don't even think he's going to be a right tackle. He's real thin at 6'8".
Well, with Orlando Brown and Cody Ford, I think it's kind of pushing towards the Bengals are looking for a very specific mentality from their offensive linemen. Exactly. I think they're looking for some nasty dudes. Blake Freeland's tape.
Glass eaters. We want glass eaters.
Blake Freeland does not reflect that.
I agree.
Ken here. Wait, I just moved. Ken where'd he go?
Well, Jeff, I was going to say, did you see that the Chiefs signed another one of your guys, Mike Edwards, at safety?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I was too busy having power issues at my house, so I didn't see it. And Jared's in the background yelling at me, "Get me back on the show, damn it!"
Hey, the lights went out in my head a minute ago too. Just everything.
That's surprised you didn't have a heart attack. I'm surprised I ain't breathing heavy. That's professional right there.
Start on top, you let her finish on top, so you come down, you still got all your energy for the show.
Got it. All for the show. Yeah. All right, so what about tight end? Where are we at? I mean, the Raiders guy, again, all these guys names are about
Foster Moreau. We announced
he just had a visit. Yeah.
Yes, so that's who we want. That's kind of where I'm at with this.
I think he's pretty athletic. Hold on, what's his RAS score? Because first of all, I know for a fact he's going to fit the culture. He wore number 18 for LSU, which is like a sacred number for like the most leadership and community service and all kinds of stuff. So he's definitely somebody they probably liked coming out whenever he came out.
Well, I was saying on this other show, Bengals and Brews, earlier today, which we got another episode at 8. Just a subtle plug there.
Wait, you have another show? But, I thought you're the co-host with it.
But he had almost 500 yards this year and 35 catches because Waller was hurt a good amount. So that's his most production ever, and he's still 25 years old. So
9.47 RAS. Like, he's an athlete too. So he's definitely, and he's played with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I've seen the pictures. Like, he's absolutely somebody you would want to bring in. And he's probably going to take that a little bit of he might even do the 1 year. He can do whatever he wants. And I think he'll make money playing for the Bengals.
I'm not trying to laugh at you, Ken. I'm really not trying to laugh at you, Ken. But if this happens, I would go shirtless on my show. He says, well, Oklahoma right tackle, which he's going to be a left tackle. Anton Harrison will be there at 28. There's no way in hell he'll be at 28.
There's a chance he's there at 28.
At 28?
Yeah.
He's like the best left tackle, or one of the second best left tackle in the draft, isn't he?
If I count Skoronski as left tackle, he's my 4th left tackle. If I count Skoronski at guard, he's my 3rd left tackle. But then you still have Darnell Wright and DeJuan Jones. I still rank Darnell Wright and DeJuan Jones ahead of him, even though they're right tackles.
All right.
I think he's my 5th left tackle.
He's my 6th overall tackle. I know that's how I have it.
Hold on. You guys are asking me. I was not. Oh God, I keep clicking the wrong thing.
Well, quit clicking the wrong thing.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up my big boy board.
I want you to. I should have had just put it on your screen here. You can share the screen, but I didn't do that. So
okay. I just remember a lot of this shit off the top of my head for no apparent reason.
I can't remember even the guy's names.
I drink and I know things.
What drives me nuts is we've gone through so many different names. I can't get any of them to come out of my head when I'm talking about them. I know who I'm talking about. I just can't say their name. Go ahead, Jared.
He's my 5th left tackle and 7th tackle overall. Anton Harrison. He has a mid-second round grade.
I have him an early 2nd round grade.
The early second? Yeah, I have mid. I'm not saying he's mid. I'm just saying in the middle of the second
Mid.
round.
Well, he's young, like he's one of the younger guys. He's got that going for him, and he has the body type and the athleticism to play left tackle. And there's a big drop off after like a Paris Johnson and a Broderick Jones for left tackles in this draft. Skoronski, once again, you can classify him as a guard or a tackle, but
there's 5 like potential tier 1 tackles in this class.
All right, Ken goes, will the Bengals be hooked for the guarantee salary for Williams if he's traded?
No, that transfers.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, transfer Williams. If you take the guarantee or you take the player, you're taking the guarantee with him, right?
That's why you're almost like the 12.6 in salary cap is almost a reason where I would say I wanted to, but if I get a mid half third rounder of the top half of the third, I'd be like, okay, deal. And I get that 12.6 to spend elsewhere, use for T. Higgins.
How's my mic sound? My mic sound okay doing this?
Here comes that whistle. Damn.
It's got weird noise to it.
It'll get better.
It's not better.
It's like I'm in the bathroom.
You're either in the bathroom or you got the old-timey
whistle
in the background. Like fucking, what is that, a tumbleweed is getting ready to just roll
What
through?
changed?
I go from this mic to that mic. I'm on that mic right now, so I'm farther away from it. If I get this one to work, it sounds a lot better, but it's not one to work. What? Oh, you're crazy as hell. Breaking news.
Don't make me put on my Trump mask again.
This is called fake. This is called fake news.
It's fake news, okay? It's not true. No one believes you that we're going to trade T. Higgins to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, Bad Monkey, you're being very bad. Go sit in the corner. There's a reason they call you Bad Monkey, okay?
Exactly. All right. Let's see here. All right, here we go. All right. This is a good question. What do you guys think when they listed Cody Ford to play right tackle?
Fuck. My initial thought.
I don't think he's much of a tackle. I definitely agree that he's a guard.
He's not really much of either one, to be fair. But
from what I've seen from all of the clips and like threads and stuff that I've watched over the past couple of days, like he's a guard. Him playing right tackle is scary, and people should be worried.
But he hasn't played tackle in the NFL, right?
He played his rookie season, and it was bad.
Oh, did he?
So
and that's why they said, we're going to try you at guard. Real quick.
He said a minute he hadn't played tackle yet.
No, he played for the Bills. Drafted him to be a right tackle. The Bengals wanted to bring him in to be a right tackle.
Yeah,
I would prefer Cordell Volson playing right tackle because he did it in college.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so we say we get Jonah Williams, he's out of here, and we get an extra second round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Jared, that'd be awesome. A higher second round pick. So what would you do at 28, and then what would you do at the higher second round pick? Where would you think that would work out at?
I would probably trade them both and pick Darnell Wright.
You're
trade them both.
And if they don't do that, I'd take DeJuan Jones and whatever tight end they have graded highest.
Okay, because I think they can get. Dude,
or if a quarterback slips.
Can we get a good like a high end tight end at 60?
You can get a good one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because you can get to it. Just say DeJuan Jones, which a lot of my drafts have him at 28. Which we all say.
Laporta would be the guy that I'd zero in on at 60 that has a chance to be there. I think after that top 4 that go.
I think the best spot to pick a tight end is the end of the third where the Bengals have a pick. Like I think you'll get somebody that's fallen down and probably should go higher and will be a pretty good starter in the league that can contribute.
Just tell the truth. You want Coots.
I do want Coots. What a stud. I watched 2 games of him. I was like, my God, I see the appeal here. He's a terrible blocker, though. That was atrocious.
Ken goes, hey, what about trading Williams outright for another player? Sure. Who?
Guy Becton.
There you go. Sounds good. Let's go. I'll take it.
Am I freezing? I'm thoroughly confused.
Like, I don't know.
Are you?
You guys were both black screens for me, and I'm looking around waiting to see. Like sometimes it pops up and it'll show me on my screen. It'll be like low Wi-Fi, you know.
Yeah.
But it didn't do that, so I was like, and I could still hear you guys, and the comments was popping up, and I was like, but now it's normal again. So
yeah.
Well, good. I'm good. This has been Bengals and Brewers. We had no problem whatsoever for all there for an hour and a half. We've only been on here for 30 minutes. I lost power. You froze. Jared's in the background yelling at me. I'm like, this is just.
It's been chaos. It's been absolute chaos. The luck of the Irish is not with us.
All right, so I brought this up on Bengals and Brewers. I don't think this is going to happen. Well, let's just say, Jared, that for some crazy reason, the Bengals cannot sign a safety. What are they? Yeah, we're screwed. What are the safeties that they could possibly get at 28, or would they be any even worth drafting at 28?
I don't think there's a whole lot of safeties.
Yeah.
I think the safety class we would probably be looking more towards the end of the second round. I think like Sidney Brown or someone like that will be right there, and that would be a good pickup. Or one of these corners that's a little more versatile, Darius Rush, Julius Brent, someone like that. I think that would be more realistic at the end of the second.
All right. So what was your draft grade on Tyson Anderson? Because that's the one that we drafted him last year. So right now he would be our second starting safety. So I mean, where are you at?
I don't do full draft grades for Anderson. I mean, I watched a little bit of him after we drafted him. He's just a physical, like he's a presence on the field. He's a thumper. He moves so fast. And then in the MAC, he looked like a completely different kind of athlete. And
Right.
So it's kind of hard for me when you're at that level of competition to truly evaluate like what you can do with the big boys. So I think that is what they'll probably kind of ease him into early in the season if they think he can be one of those guys.
Okay. John Hingle here. This will be I've run to the board. And so what if Jalen Carter falls at 28? Do the Bengals take him with what's going on?
Yeah, I would love that, but I do not see that.
No, I don't see him falling. I mean, because as far as I know, he pleaded no contest.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
the poor kid, like he was involved in something stupid, and like he's paying for it, and just, I mean, what is he, 20, 21 years old? Like, nobody's gonna take that easy, especially in the most stressful time in your entire life, like you're transitioning from college to your career. Like, I think we should take a little bit of what's going on with Jalen Carter with a grain of salt, and I think teams will as well.
This comment is just for Dale. I want to see if Rap Dale comes back. He says, looks like Drew Sample will be coming back.
Oh, I'm here. Shut the fuck up, kid.
Oh, good. Okay. Positive Universal Project. By the way, I got your video. I haven't looked at it yet. I will. I said Anderson looked good in preseason last year before he got hurt. Baby. Still need to sign a Rap. Yeah, I want it. So, all right, let's go with Rap here. Jared, do you have any draft grade on Rap or where he was at or where he's at now? What's your thought on him?
No, I don't know too much about him, to be honest.
He was a fringe first-round guy coming out, fell to the second. And I was like, I expect to hear more from him with the Rams. He's just been steady, solid, good every year. Like, at least looking at PFF, I was like, oh, maybe he only had one good year this year. And I look back every year. I'm like, okay, so he's just a good, solid safety.
That's all they're looking for. That's what Von Bell was.
Need. Yeah. I had another good name for replacing Bell. Well, I didn't. I think it was Will, a little up, Jeff, that said Jordan Battle, which I would even.
Oh, yeah.
60 is basically a third-round pick. He reminds me of Von Bell also for this reason. They were both projected first-round picks like coming out of high school because they were that highly touted as recruits at safety. So, and then they were still projected to be like, oh, first round. Then it's like, oh, well, now they're kind of second round guys. Vaughn went in the second round.
Right.
And I think that's what's going to happen with Battle. But they're just going to be good, solid safeties that have good, solid NFL careers. So I would be all for Jordan Battle. I think that's a great name to mention for the draft.
So,
I
all
think
right,
Chris
so
Smith too from Georgia. I think in the late rounds, like he obviously showed he had the intuition and all of the ball skills and all of that stuff that you want to see from a safety. And he didn't test very well, but I mean, good football players are good football players. I wouldn't mind taking a 5th or 6th on him.
Jeff has good ball skills too.
you're not supposed to tell everybody that.
You know what I'm
The ball
saying?
fondler.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you know.
All right.
All right,
Jeff plays with my balls. When Jeff plays with my balls, I really like it.
Welcome to a fun Football Friday show. All right, so what is the highest graded position that you have as far as groups for this draft going into?
That's not how grades work, Jeff. You don't just give an entire group a grade.
I mean, as far as like the best, the most.
Who do you have the highest grades on for a group that you think is a good group?
Thank you.
Good
That's
overall position.
The edge
group.
players, the edge class. I think I have I have 7 guys with a first round starting caliber grade. Which is I mean it's
Jeff,
two
that's
more than the
surprisingly a good
tackles.
question.
Well,
Yeah.
it was. I thought I said it right, then you explained it a lot better than what I was trying to say. So.
I know, but I really like the question because now I've got to look at mine too. Keep
Ooh,
going, Jared.
Go ahead.
So the edge class is the deepest that I have. Then it's followed by tackles, interior defensive linemen, and then tight end and interior offensive linemen are in the same.
Oh, see, we got a little differences there, Jared.
Let's go. What do you got? What do you got,
All right,
Dale?
all right.
What do you got?
Well, I've got the offensive tackles, which I think you mentioned was in yours, right?
Mm-hmm.
But not the highest. But they're near my highest because I still keep Skoronski as a tackle for now because I let him start there.
Yeah,
So
I
that
have him
helps.
as a tackle.
So Johnson, Skoronski, Broderick Jones, DeJuan Jones, Darnell Wright, and Anton Harrison. I'll have they could go first or early second grade with Harrison. And then I have the ends. I have 5 guys.
I love 5 guys. They have good burgers.
Not too far off. But corner, I really like the cornerback class. You didn't say that one. That's
I don't really watch skill players. I mostly stick to the trenches for full evals. I have thoughts on other guys just because they pop up on film or I see something that I like.
Well, I want to give the cornerback class some love because Gonzalez, Witherspoon, Porter are probably all top 15 guys.
And the Bengals are drafted a corner in this draft.
Yeah,
sure.
Deontay Banks, if he fell to 28, but I think he's going to go a little higher because I think he's the 4th guy. Keely Ringo could have been the 4th guy, but
I think he's a fit. I think Lou likes him.
That's where I have him, which would be in the Bengals range. And then Cam Smith. And then even going into more of my second round guy, like Clark Phillips, Emmanuel Forbes, Tyreek Stevenson, Caillou Blue Kelly, Julius Brents, Garrett Williams. And then I get Jalen Jones, DJ Turner, Darius. I'm just that class just seems loaded with corners for the first few rounds.
Yeah. Lou's going to pick a guy he likes, and they're going to go after him.
I like the depth so much that I wouldn't want to target one.
So what round do you think the Bengals are going defensive back, cornerback?
I would say 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like the class that much that I think you'll get a very good player.
Because I keep going first round offensive line, second round tight end is what I keep going. Then DB is kind of where I'm at.
I would have DB and tight end flipped.
Okay.
Unless maybe Laporta. If Laporta is the last of the top, but you love Kuntz so much. Who else? Payne Durham.
Mm-hmm.
I love
high on him.
Yeah. So here's my second tier of tight ends. I have day 2 grades on all of these guys. Sam Laporta, Luke Schoonmaker, Brenton Strange, Blake Whitehart, Zach Kuntz, and Braden Willis. And I guess I should have told you where they're from.
Josh Wiley. You don't even like Josh Wiley.
Josh Wiley. He's in the next tier for me.
Oh my God! Come on, Jim. It's a Bearcat. Come on.
See, I've got Wiley after Laporta. I've got Mayer, overall. Mayer, Washington, Kincaid, Musgrave, Tucker Kraft, Laporta, Josh Wiley, then Schoonmaker, Kuntz, Cameron Latou.
I still need to watch Kraft and Musgrave. Those are the 2 I haven't watched. I don't have a whole lot of
You guys
time
are
on them.
doing great. I have to go let my dog out. I'll be back.
All right.
We'll just yell about
Minute of the show?
It is, but I do that. On
It's
my
our show now. We're
You know
fucking
that
taking
I-
over.
He does this to me all the time. I go on his show and he
I was saying
leaves,
it,
and I
I
gotta
was
talk.
agreeing with you.
So it's about time.
All right, have we touched on
Okay.
tight ends yet? Or not tight ends, running backs.
I'll touch a tight end.
What?
See, he came back for that immediately. Like, go pee, dude. Stop jumping back in. So did you guys talk running backs yet? Or did he just have
No,
some
not yet.
Oh, well.
I have a couple I like, especially because I love watching college run games. So I like seeing who can actually execute run games. So I have a couple favorites with the running back class.
All right. So, I mean, Bijan, where do you think he goes? Let's just start at the top because we'll work our way to the rest.
Okay, top 15. I
Still, yeah.
think, yeah, I want to say top 10 really bad, but it's just the running back position. I'm not sure how many other teams, especially teams in the top 10. Like,
Well, the only reason
guys-
but the only reason I think he was getting in that conversation for 28 or 27 with the Bills, it was like finding the fit. But now that Zeke is gone and Pollard's a franchise guy in Dallas, you almost got to throw Dallas in that mix. Chargers with Eckler wanting a trade request, you got to throw them in the mix. So you're starting to see where he could go.
Yeah. And he's a weapon.
Talent-wise,
Like,
yeah,
he's a
talent-wise-
crazy weapon. Yeah, he's off the charts. It's one of the most fun things to watch. I
Yes.
hate watching Texas's offensive line, but Bijan Robinson makes it look good.
And then Jahmyr Gibbs, that's who I have ranked 2, but great
would
pass
agree with
catcher.
He's electric, man. As soon as he puts that that foot downfield, he's a one-cut guy to me. Like, I know he can do a lot of stuff in space, but when he starts moving, man, he's moving.
Now,
He
where
moves
do you
different
have
on the
his
football field.
grade wise? Like, I still put him like he's a late first to early second.
Oh yeah, I draft
Like-
him there all day. He's
But
a
no
game
way in hell I
changer.
think he makes it to like a 60.
No, he's a touchdown waiting to happen.
Now, the guy a lot of people connect with the Bengals is Charbonnet from UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that a guy you've watched or like very much?
Oh yeah, he's a thumper, man. He's a lot faster too than people give him credit for, and his cuts are nasty, man. He'll make little quick DBs look foolish out in open space.
He's the
But,
one that, like, if they're going to take one in the first couple rounds, I think that's who it'll be. It'll be him in the end of the
Who's that
second.
again? Who's that?
Charbonnet.
Charbonnet,
Charbonnet.
yeah, he just doesn't have that last gear that you would like, and I
Yeah.
think that's why he'll be
Who's the running
available.
back from Tulsa or
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Sorry.
Daddy's
He's
taking
going
over.
down the
You peed.
list.
You peed. This is now my show with Jared. I haven't got to talk draft.
Oh, oh, that was so rude.
I saved talking draft on my show because I know you had Jared
You
on.
did. Good. You got it.
To
Go
be
ahead.
fair.
Yes, you did. Good. I got you. I just had to get you back. You kicked me off.
No, that was totally fair. That was totally
Okay, yeah.
fair.
yeah.
I
Love
do
you.
it
Continue.
for fun, and you had
Yeah.
a good reason to do it.
Yeah. Love you. Continue, sir. Continue,
Devin
please.
and Chain is my 4th rank, but man, it's tough because his size. But he is so fun to watch.
He's another one of the guys that, like, you aren't catching him. He's going to get the ball. If you give him any kind of room, he is moving through it towards the end zone. He's another touchdown waiting to happen.
And I don't know. There's something about him. I was like, if he was there even at 60, or if he was there at the end of the third, I'd really, really like.
He's just
Have a-
small. He's not a very
Yeah.
big running back.
It's got a good ring to it.
It
Maybe-
sounds
maybe-
official.
That's how sorry I said. It sounds
Now,
way better.
next is a guy I have, which I see a lot of people in the chat, and it's who Jeff was going to come in and talk about. I have him as my 5th running back, Tyjae Spears. I think he's just had such a great process that he's worked his way up.
That's who I like.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
He's
I
a-
have him as like a late second. I have him as kind of a mid top half of the third kind of guy.
I could see that. He's like he's not as polished as Gio was, because Gio was a good
Right.
pass protector coming out of college. I think he's right in that kind of mold.
So we like him. Just-
Yeah, we like him. He's
Don't
fun
know-
to watch.
I don't know where he's
But-
going to go. I think he's one of those that are hard to project.
The only game I've watched is because I was watching Tuli Piloto from USC.
Yeah.
The only game I watched was the Cotton Bowl, and he was electric in that game. But he did fumble in some pretty key moments, so it's
And
a
I
pretty
think he's had a
interesting.
lot of fumbles
So-
too. as
so
well.
when you-
Okay,
So I have a question. So when you say you don't know where he's going, I mean, he's not a first rounder, right?
no,
no.
No, okay, I didn't think so. What's the earliest? Third?
Second.
Second? Really? You think he can go second?
I think he could go late second.
Okay.
There's weird runs on running backs throughout the
Yeah.
years. No one wants to take them in the first.
Right.
But sometimes you'll see 4 of them go in the second.
Once
It's a lot about fit.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jared.
Oh, I was just saying, it's a lot about fit. A lot of running backs run certain things in college, and you really are trying to pick through a very narrow window with running backs. Like, some guys have played only zone, some guys have played only gap, some guys have played under center, some guys have played in shotgun. Some of them can pass protect, some of them were never asked to pass protect. So you're really trying to pick through. It's like you hit all of the filters when you're shopping. You hit all of them, and it's like show one result.
And the thing that happens with the draft, too, is it depends on when runs come. Like, sometimes there'll be a run on tight ends, or be a run on running backs or whatever, and that just changes the draft. Like, oh shit, we gotta grab somebody before they're all gone.
Well, it's like a guy you were thinking, okay, man, if he's there in the third, I love it. Somebody takes him in the middle of the second round, you're going, damn it.
Right, exactly. Crap.
Now this one, people probably disagree on this one some because there's a lot of good running backs, but Eben Candy from Pitt is who I have next. As like a solid third round guy. He's so young too.
Yeah.
Productive. He didn't test the combine, which drove me crazy. Yeah, because it's like everything's there, and I was like, I need some actual measurables, which maybe they're out there. I don't know if he did anything at Pitt's pro day, if they've had it.
He's got a freaking electric 6 gear, and he hits it so fast. Like, you'll see him find a little crease in the offensive line, and he is gone, and it is fun to watch. And that offensive line is pretty good too, so you can kind of see how he'd be with it. And he's got good vision and stuff. I like I don't know how to say his name, Israel.
Yeah, so, they call him Izzy.
I gotta get a Bearcat question in here. If you want speed, people have been saying the UC wide receiver that ran the fast 40.
There's 2 of them. There's
I think it's Trey Tucker, right?
Tyler Scott and Trey Tucker.
Tyler Scott, yeah.
Where do you think those 2 are going?
I think Tyler Scott's going early. I think he'll get picked up somewhere on day 2.
Tyler Scott's projected to go higher, but like neither of them ran round? We were like, oh, they didn't run that great. They still ran like 4.4. But there's reports. Some of them was saying they were going to run 4.2.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't.
Well, I know they're fast. So you're saying second round is the earliest?
The earliest for Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no,
really?
for Tyler Scott.
Oh,
Tucker's going to go later.
Okay.
I've seen Tucker as far as undrafted.
Yeah. Well, he's got Tucker. He's on Tucker. So there you go.
Yeah, I've seen him anywhere from 4th round to undrafted. Tyler Scott, I've seen anywhere from 2nd round to 6th round.
Yeah.
So both guys I've seen like all over the place. But I think
had a freaking quarterback could have threw the ball to him a little more better this year. Anyway,
I saw some big draft analysts say that if Ben Bryant wasn't the quarterback, Tyler Scott would be getting a lot more hype.
I agree with him. All of that.
I forget who said it, but it's somebody I follow and trust. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Shut up, people.
I think they're both smaller guys. They're
they're not big, no.
And that's I think
Tank Dell ran that bit.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Kim,
that's Dale's guy right there. He wants Tank Dale.
I want the jersey.
Yeah, it's a very selfish reason, but I totally understand it.
But he has great footwork and things like that. Gets out his breaks, good route runner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but he weighed like 170, and it's like, oh, well, that's a pretty big knock, you know.
Right.
He's like 5'8", 5'9". It's like, well, that's another knock. You don't see a lot of that. And then I'm at like, I really hope he runs like a 4.3. He ran like a 4.5 or something. Like it was like a
high 4.4,
low 4.9. It was like 4.49.
Question: does he do? Is he a returner? Has he done that in college?
Yeah, he's electric
and very very good at it. But and he's on the older side. He's like 24, almost 25.
I don't think Dell's going as high as people think.
Yeah,
I think
where do you think he's going? Where do you think he's at? 5th?
I think he's an early day 3. Yeah,
day
4th, 5th round.
4th, 5th. Okay.
If he goes in the 3rd, I was getting there. Will till Strawberry. He was the next on the list, but we stopped with running backs.
My bad. All right. My bad. Bengals talk with Dale a little bit. Sorry. Go ahead.
Had a whole
what do you
list.
think about Tank Bigsby?
Tank Bigsby from Auburn.
From Auburn. I read it. I said it close enough. Go ahead.
You talking to me?
Yeah. You talking to me? What the hell was that? You talking to me?
Yeah, Alex Bigsby, he was forced to do a whole lot of something with nothing last year. So he's a pretty tough eval. You don't know what kind of vision or anything what he has because everything just kind of blew up in his face for 10 games.
Now, this one I could see being a lot lower on other people's list. Zach Evans from Ole Miss, formerly of TCU, and formerly was when he was coming out of high school, committed to 7 different schools, basically. Like he's a 5-star recruit. Like
you get this free swag when you do that.
Lots of free swag, yeah.
Do you have an opinion on Zach Evans?
I saw the ugliest pass pro rip I think I've ever seen sans post of Zach.
Moving
Evans.
on, then, right?
So,
That's all you needed.
And I've watched a lot of Ole Miss football. I love Nick Broger, their left guard. He was their left tackle last year.
Too.
He's one of my favorite
all around the line.
Yep, he's one of my favorite interior offensive linemen. And Zach Evans is not my favorite back that runs behind him.
I think that's fair. That's what I said. I think a lot of people have him lower.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hold on to that 5-star recruit status and the potential that they could reach.
Oh, I totally get it, and he could still even get there. It's just,
but I admit it when I have a guy like that. You know, I'm like, I could easily move this guy down 2 rounds, but his talent is if he ever reaches it, and it's unlikely. But
are you saying you have a man crush on him, Dale?
No, I'm saying he should be better than what he is. He needs to get his shit together and actually you know what I'm saying.
Dale has spoken. Get your shit together and let's go.
Next one, Chase Brown from Illinois. Sidney Brown's brother. I like him a lot.
I haven't watched any Illinois film. They have two offensive line prospects that I need to watch. So I'll get to Chase Brown, but I haven't watched any of him this year.
And then you watched Bijan, so did you catch any Roschon Johnson?
Yeah, Roschon's just kind of like, I don't know. He's just kind of okay for me. Like, nothing too crazy.
He's a guy.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's a guy. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think he can play a pretty steady role at the next level. I don't think there's anything special about him, but I think he gets the job done.
I like it. Sean Tucker.
Explosive. I am actually a big fan of Sean Tucker. They changed their scheme this past year. They used to run wide zone last year.
Syracuse, for anyone that don't know.
Syracuse, yep. And their zone scheme was electric. It was really fun to watch. It's why a lot of people are pretty high on Matthew Bergeron because they've seen such a variance in their run game. This year they switched to more of a gap scheme out of shotgun stuff, kind of like the Bengals. And it wasn't as good.
Hold on. I got to interrupt, and I hate to do this, but it's probably why Jeff looked on Twitter and was about to say the same thing about Mike Gesicki.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
What?
His term 1 year, 4.5 with another 4.5 available incentive. We could have paid that. 4.5?
The fact he only got 4.5 is kind of crazy.
Right.
Now, you have to check the incentives. Are they anything reasonable?
I have no idea. It just says 4.5 available incentives. All I got.
But I wish more teams structure contracts that way. I'll give you $1 million if you make the Pro Bowl.
4.5?
I'll give you a second $1 million if you're all pro because that's not.
But 4.5, you got incentives. You want Mac Jones throwing you tomorrow, or you want Jackpot Joey?
Well, I'll just go back to he would still be our 4th or 5th option, but at $4.5 million, yes.
4.5.
I know.
I don't think the Bengals would have liked him. Like, I don't think he really fits their scheme right now. Because he would be taking snaps away from Tyler Boyd instead of like an actual tight end role.
Whatever. I don't know. Like 4.5. That's.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to have someone like him on our team because it would be such a weapon in the red zone. But I don't think the Bengals value it the same way that they used to.
Apparently not. Like I keep saying, they want somebody like Hayden Hurst, which but McClinchy can't block.
I just rent my own segment of running backs with Bengals talk with Dell Altman, running backs with draft guy Jared as my guest. I rent my own segment. How are you kicking yourself off, Jeff?
Sorry, my bad. I'll let you keep going.
You kicked the wrong person off. You should have kicked me off for running my own segment.
Yeah, you continue going. You're doing great.
Sean, he really liked Sean Tucker too, and we both I seen you go, oh, and I was like, and then I seen, and I was like, I bet you were thinking this, and I was like, Jared, neither of us.
See, Jared, this is the bad thing. Me and him hang out way too much, and we can almost read each other's thoughts.
Not like Greg when you got Greg on. Greg will go, oh, and you're like.
Greg freaks out.
I'm like,
oh
the power go out again.
All right, continue. Running backs. Let's go. Keep going.
Yeah, Sean Tucker's electric. He would be a fun option. I think he's going to go later than people expect. So
squirrel. Yeah, he could. It's another guy that's hard. The running backs are tough because I can see so many of them being, like you said earlier, pick your flavor. Anywhere between the second and fifth round, I feel like I could just toss about 10 names in there and be like, they're going to go somewhere in here.
Yep. I love Kendre Miller. He's my favorite one that's kind of noticed in my
Now I got
studies.
one more ahead of him, so he's next, but Eric Gray, so.
I do like Eric Gray. He's got some wiggle to him. I think he has some ball security issues as well. I think I've seen a couple fumbles and stuff on his film, but he's pretty fun in the open space. And he's pretty good between the tackles, too. He's kind of got good vision moving in like those inside zone schemes.
Now, a guy I think I honestly need to – I haven't fucked with my draft stuff in a while because I don't plan on moving it too much. Even the combine, I didn't move a whole lot after. But – this guy's really just had a disappointing process for me, so I may have to move him down. But Kenny McIntosh from Georgia.
Yeah, I heard Dave Brugler trying to hype him up in the summer, and over watching both Warren McClendon and Broderick Jones for the draft, and Cedric Van Pran, who is going back to school. But that's a story.
I thought he was coming out. I had him as.
Oh gosh, he should have. He was my number one interior offensive lineman.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of Georgia film is what I'm getting at. And Kenny McIntosh never really did anything for me. Like, just another one of he's kind of in the Roshan Johnson bucket for me. Like, just kind of a dude. Like, he can get the job done, but nothing too special.
That's fair. Like, I don't see anything.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
And we can hear your whistle.
Damn it. I'm trying to go back to that one.
But Johnson, I think I have a little higher just because I'm like, he's 6'2", like 225, and he played behind Bijan, and he tested well. So, like, I feel like he could maybe reach a higher ceiling than a guy like McIntosh and some of those guys.
It's just not something that we saw on his college film.
Right. No, I agree. Evan Hall, who's had a opposite of Kenny McIntosh, had a way better process.
He flashed in his Peter Skoronski film, so I think he's a pretty fun guy. It's just hard he doesn't look super athletic, but he tested really well. So I don't know if it's just my eyes deceiving me because he doesn't look like he moves real fast or anything on film. But I wouldn't be too mad with the Evan Hall. I think he's probably one of the best pass protectors in this class.
Now
He's asked to do a lot of that at Northwestern because the rest of their line outside Skoronski wasn't good.
I'll get through 3 more names. And then I'll leave off some of these, but if there's others you want to bring up, that's fine. Mo Ibrahim, the injury's been my big thing with him, but I like him as a running back from Minnesota.
Incredible vision. Definitely probably the best vision in this class. He will find the smallest sliver, the lane that you need to get 4-5 yards, and he can do that every time he touches the football. He is somebody that moves forward. I think he's kind of like Emmett, it always reminds me of old school Emmett Smith running behind that huge line. Like, he was never taking a negative run. He was getting 4 or 5 yards, moving forward, even if it wasn't pretty.
Yeah. Chris Rodriguez Jr., Kentucky.
He's a thumper. He's a big back that wants to run downhill. But he's got pretty good vision. I don't know how much of it was his offensive line play kind of trying to gel this year or whatnot, because I watched Tayshaun Manning for the Kentucky offensive line, who I actually am pretty high on. I watched 4 or 5 games of him, and Chris Rodriguez, he's another one of those guys you can trust in short yardage, but doesn't do a whole lot out in space.
And then this one's just fun, and who knows, but man, DeJuan Jones, Deuce Vaughn, Deuce Vaughn.
Deuce Vaughn's
I
electric.
want him on
man.
the same team, right?
Oh gosh, it would be even with Orlando Brown, you get that
I
aesthetic.
know.
So
and
you don't
DeJuan
even need to
Jones.
get
Like,
DeJuan
no,
Jones.
give me both of them.
Just to first of all, I can't express to you how much I want the two giant pillars of human beings on each end of the offensive line. That would be the most exciting thing for me.
All
as
of
a draft
us, I'm on that.
yeah.
I'm with you.
Could you
I'm getting
imagine?
excited just listening to you talk about it.
Could you imagine just sitting down on your couch on Sunday and just seeing two giant guys and little Joe Burrow sitting in between them, like
Go
ready
ahead,
to
touch me.
destroy a defense? That sounds fun as hell.
And then Deuce Vaughn coming in and
Yeah.
catching the pass. Like, you
Uh-huh.
can't even
No,
throw
give
it.
it to him. Just hand it off to him and see if somebody can find him before he's 15 yards down the field.
I'm here for it. But Jared, oh my gosh, we got to do. I think me and Jared need to do a draft thing next year. We need to recruit Parker.
Well, I have Jared recruited to come on the day 2 of the draft. So
Yeah, come on day 2 of it.
Yeah,
Then
we'll do all that. I'm
We'll
just
get
talking
drunk
about,
and watch the draft.
honestly, no, you guys should do. Honestly, you guys
I'm talking
should
about
just-
like putting out something because
you definitely
I
could.
send you guys like.
You definitely could.
I
Dale,
love
you
it.
know I put out.
Ah!
Jared's my guy, but I love that. Like we went through, we could do that literally a position group. Boom. And I have not been trying to bother Jared, so you're an asshole for doing that. He's got the
I
baby
promised
on
him he just got the dates mixed up.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it happened to be a good time to do it tonight.
Well, I told him. I said, "Listen, I'll get back to you in a few weeks. Things settle down for you."
I like this Friday night stuff. I think I can get down with this.
Yeah, he's coming on the second day of the draft. So, hold on a second. There's a stranger had a question here for you guys. If I put it up here, when do you guys see Mozzie Smith being drafted? Any chance it's us?
First round.
Oh, you think he does?
That's the only way the Bengals are getting him.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was going to say. I think he could slide to the end of the first, but I think he goes top half of the second round.
He's like my number one candidate to be stolen by the Chiefs this year.
See, I have one of the tackles like if
That's
DeJuan Jones or Darnell Wright
that
are
also
there, they're going
yeah,
to
I
trade
hate that.
up directly in front of the Bengals and just snatch them.
Yeah. Them or Baltimore. Baltimore ends up with like 90% of my draft crushes every year.
All right, real quick here, try to get through some of these. All
But
right,
it was KC last year. I agree. It's I'm always the same with Baltimore, but it was KC last year, so I'm watching them sons of bitches.
So there we go. Who is going to be the steal of the draft?
Well, I'll answer the second part of that. Voorhees, I think he falls to fourth roundish, somewhere in there.
I would say fifth round.
Fourth, fifth.
He was already falling down boards because the end of this last season he was playing hurt and it wasn't all that great. But early in the season he was showing dominance.
Yeah, from the early in the season I had moved him up to a mid-second round guy.
Right,
yeah,
so
he's an early second round guy for me.
Who's the steal of the draft?
Oh, that's always so tough because it's like I rank guys a certain way, so I don't.
It depends
Well,
on Jeff
I would
Falls,
probably say it's probably going to be a pass rusher because this class is so ridiculous. Somebody's going to fall through the cracks. You know who I like? Lonnie Phelps from Kansas. I think that dude is electric. He hasn't played a whole lot. I don't think he's from Cincinnati. He's a Cincinnati guy. I would say he went to Mount Adams or something crazy. But I love him.
Well, Marissa's awake and down here, and what she's doing now.
Oh God! All right, a couple more questions, and we gotta get out of here.
Well, I like Lonnie Phelps too. Yeah, very good Senior Bowl week. I was gonna say.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. Like when they just let him loose, like he just makes things happen, and I like that.
I was gonna say since you went that route and I said one of my deepest was corners, so I was just gonna toss a name from there, and I'll say like an Eli Ricks or a Mekhi Gardner or Jacorian Bennett. Or Cam Mitchell. I'm looking at my round 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah,
I have them ranked. But
yeah, I have there's like a line that I marked for myself on my draft sheet, and I'm like, these are my guys. Like they're all kind of in that little sweet spot, 4th, 5th round. You think they can contribute? Like you think they're gonna be something more than they are right now.
I like them. I just can't move them up because I'm
exactly.
I don't want to look like an idiot.
I give them 69 grades.
69. I like that.
On a
All right.
scale of 100, they get my 69 because they're
All right.
nice.
Holmes here says, where do you guys have running back Javion Williams Jr.? ISU.
I don't know who the fuck that is. I'm going to be honest.
There you go.
Like, there's the thing. Like,
what does SIU even stand for?
I don't know.
Southern
Jeff
Illinois?
Guys, not me.
I was going to guess Southern Illinois, but
The Salukis.
What's
Jared, I fucking love you, by the way, buddy. I
I
don't know if you know that yet, but just get
All right, here, one more.
chemistry with this man. Draft nerds also stick together, but
All right,
Yeah.
Andre Carter the third.
he
You
had
know
a
who
chance
that
to be a first round pick from Army, and starting the season and he's just not been good. And DeJuan Jones bounced him out the club at the Senior Bowl.
That's
And
not the club. He's out.
He is. I don't know. Now he's maybe a third round guy.
He's got a day 3 grade from me.
Yeah.
All right. What about?
I've got a
one
third
more?
round grade on him, but I could see him falling to like the 4th.
Yeah, I think it's an early 4th because of traits.
Yeah.
All right, DJ Turner. What do you guys got on him?
Speed. Michigan corner.
Michigan played a huge role in their defense this year. He was their shutdown guy against guys like Marvin Harrison, and he did a pretty good job.
All right. Well, we've been on for the show's been on for an hour or something. We got knocked off for about 10 minutes, and Devin joined us till like 5 minutes later. But anyway, Jared, tell everybody where they can follow you at, what you got coming out. 'Cause I know you're doing some more stuff on YouTube and stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try to get back to streaming on Tuesday nights at 7. That's been my time. I like streaming offensive and defensive line play. You can catch me at Draft Guy Jared on Twitter. I'm also Draft Guy Jared on Twitch and YouTube. So just search those and you'll see my videos. And that's all I got.
This is the only way I could do a live show is having somebody like this to bounce stuff back and forth. Like,
I enjoy this stuff.
Jeff, I love you. Don't get me wrong. You know how much fun we have. But when I'm talking draft and if I'm going to do it for like 6 hours straight,
right?
I need a guy like this,
right? So Jared should be on. If we do draft shows, Jared's coming on with us.
He has to.
Yeah, just let me know.
I will.
Like I said, these Friday night ones are probably work best for me.
So you're coming on the second round. You're coming on.
Well, we can be doing some Friday shows up, leading up to the draft. But then
for sure,
we're talking the actual draft, Jared. Running that shit, breaking everything down as it happens for the people.
People.
You guys, we can do it on the show, and I'll sit here and just put comments up and be the host, and you do just back and forth.
Yeah, we could do that. That sounds fun.
I think time would fly doing that. Honestly.
Yeah, we'd be here for 4 hours. I'd be like, "Holy shit, it's done!"
Dude, we do this stuff all the time, just talking stupid crap, and in 4 hours flies by. It's no big deal.
Yeah, but I've always loved the draft. I just haven't had a man that I've connected with. So.
I could just scoop you up right now. I feel like you're the perfect size. I just scoop you up.
All right, Jared.
I got to promote my show.
Yeah,
that's a podcast too.
I was going to let Jared go. That I was going to bring you up.
Oh,
Jared,
okay. Jared, you do have a newborn baby at home, so
yes.
I gotta go be a dad.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you coming on the show. All right, Dale.
3 weeks.
What do you got? You got a show tonight? What's going on?
Yeah, we got a show at 8:00 with Ace Boogie and Ryan Yunt. It's a little later. It's at 8 because Ryan's West Coast time. He lives out in California. Ryan Yunt, that used to be producer for NFL Network and all that for like 15 years. And now he works with the Cincinnati Network along with doing a bunch of other jobs and projects.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ace is losing his mind on Twitter and arguing with everybody I've seen. That was in the middle of doing from this show to that show. I'm like, so I don't know what. I assume Ace is still going to show up, but I'm going to have to be like, bro, why are you arguing with everybody on there?
I do see. Ace
I don't know what's going on right now.
Ace and Zim argue with so many people on Twitter. I'm like, I don't have.
Is this
time.
like a Spaces thing?
I don't know. I don't have the time, or I'm not going to put the effort in to argue with people on Twitter. You would come on the show here, and jump on live. I'll send you a link. We'll argue, but I'm not doing Twitter. Like, I'm just not. I just can't.
Well, I love it. Like, dude, I love it. And I love Ace, man. Like, he came on last year after we started our show. Like, I'm not, trust me, I'm not talking trash. I'm just like, I can't keep up with what's going on. Like,
I can't, no, exactly.
I get on Twitter and I'm like, what the heck? And then I'm like, what the heck? And I see people like, it was like him and Sands, and they're talking about sack numbers versus pressures. And then I'm like, I can't keep up with what's going on. Because, I mean, at first, Ace was talking about asking for a first-round pick for Jonah, but then he was saying that Jonah sucked and gave up too many sacks. And I'm like, "Would you can't? You're not going to I'm so confused right now. I can't keep up with it. So that's what we got going on at 8. We'll see what the fuck happens. I'm going to get fucked up before then. I'm not even smoking doobie.
I'm gonna be out drinking green beer. I'm gonna have it on my phone, and I'm gonna be watching.
You're not gonna watch, and that's okay.
Trust me. I'm gonna comment. I'm not gonna be the stranger. You already got the show set up, right? Stranger already made the first comment. I guarantee you that.
It's been set up. I don't.
Yeah.
But hey,
anyway, love you, bro. Who day?
Love you too, man.
See ya. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Like I said, I didn't talk a whole lot because those two know more about the draft than I do. And I've said I'm not a draft expert. I don't claim to be one. I just like having these guys on here. And most of the time, how I get my information is I just listen to people like that and make my own determination. Anyway, let's get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream. And as always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Really do. Yeah, Who Day Nation, Who Day Legion, Bearcat Ruckus, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar, and then you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Strawberry Ice. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter handle is @JeffA_Trinipole. TikTok is @Iceman90. You find them all under either Sports Strawberry Ice or Bengals Talk with Strawberry Ice. I'm probably not putting up a podcast because I still haven't figured out how to. I don't know what's going on with Anchor. I can't put it on, Spotify, whoever owns it now. So next week, hopefully I'll put it on the podcast, but normally it's on the podcast. So keep tuned there. BeanPod, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. You can go back and listen to the other ones that I've put on there. YouTubers, I think we're up more. I think I have 2,158, I think now. Last time I looked, I have 2,157 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I love doing this stuff. I have been on since 3:30 today. Me and Dale love doing this stuff. It's so much fun. And you guys interacting with us and everything, we appreciate it. You know, Bengals and Brews, the support of Bengals and Brews, support with Strawberry Ice. We honestly do. Thank you. We appreciate it. So please make sure you hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. I try to answer as many as I can. If not, I'll at least thumbs up you, like you, whatever. I appreciate you. Other than that, it's St. Patty's Day. I'm going to go drink some green beer. You guys have a wonderful weekend. And who knows? Maybe by Monday, we'll have a safety. We'll find out. Ready? Bengals World Order, baby. That's what it means. Right? Our third this up every time. BWO. Bengals World Order. That's just sports, baby. See ya!
About it yesterday, just that chip on your shoulder. Everyone talking about a neutral AFC Championship game, not even thinking about you guys. How much did that motivate you coming into this?
You better send those refunds.
I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. We ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. Back-to-back champs, kings of the north with it. Thinking they can hang with us, still ain't jumped out the porch with it. Long bomb to chase every Sunday, watch him go and get it. Double up on him, then we gon' double down on T. Higgins. Then throw Boyd in the mix, now you really iffy. Every Sunday showing boys how to really gritty. They try to shuffle up the game on us, but they ain't icky. Flip the coin, kick the toe right to the go and get it. Never know what's gonna happen when Joe drop back. He gets shiesty in the pocket. pocket, I get shiesty on the track. Nobody on the team, all pro, that's all cap. Most all around team in the NFL, that's all fact. Ain't came across nobody yet that seem like they can hang with us. They said we couldn't be Buffalo, but see how we call they bluff. Underdogs every week, they keep on trying to label us. Put your money on us, even if Vegas don't favor us. No matter what, we really came up, now it's hard to fail. I dare you come across that middle, Von gon' ring your bell. I know we under they skin, them boys built frail. Eli Apple out there chirping like a next tail. You don't want Salmon Trey to come off them ends. Rita clogging up the middle like a big body Benz. Right behind them Logan and Pratt, the turnover twins. Jesse Bates in the backfield just to clean up the loose ends. We just drafted Cam and drafted Hill. Instant gratification every time that they on the field. We can't go back to what we was, cause that's the loser way. It's been hard to throw on us since we picked up a Woozy. It's like win after win, feel like we could really do it. Zach Taylor doing his thing for the city, I give it to him. And I bet Samaji will find a hole if you give it to him. Hayden Hurst don't need a hole, he just plan on running through him. Just hand it off to 28 and let him do the dash. Getting hit by BJ Hill probably feel like a car crash. Every week it seem like Lou digging deeper in his bag. And if the game on the line, all my favorite money match. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up. I'm from the city where they gotta play us. Fuck a coin flip, it's time to pay up. Don't cross the middle, 21 in the cut. And we ain't hiding from nobody, run and tell them it's up.